bring it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
He's standing away. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
All right, here we go on a Tuesday episode. A Tuesday with feel. I'm Timmy Hall. It's good to be here with you guys. The Boatman is back there. Full house, full crew. The man to my right, my only friend, Tyvis Powell, everybody.
Why would you say that? You know that makes me laugh.
It's in a song, Tyvis, so it's got to be true.
How does that make you feel?
It's pretty close. It's pretty close to accurate.
No, please.
That's the small joke in there.
The funny thing is, I don't have a lot of friends either.
I know.
I have a lot of ex-teammates.
I got a lot of people that I know. I got a lot of people that I know.
Yeah, but friends, I don't call people my friends a lot.
Well, that sounds wrong. Like, why can't we call people our friends? Because must mean there's something wrong with us.
Everybody's not friendly.
Everybody's not friendly to you. How are people not friendly to you? You're very easy to be friendly too because of how you are.
Just like everybody assumes me and Cardell are friends. We're not friends. Stop it. We're not. If you listen to how this man talks to me, then you would be like, "There's no way that you guys are friends."
No, that's because you are friends. That's what's fun about it.
He talks to me like he's really lost his mind.
Right. Like an old married couple. That means
I wouldn't say that.
That means you're super close. Bodie and I are friends. Would you consider us friends?
Oh, yeah, no question.
Because we've hung out outside of work all for about 0 hours.
You know what? I'll go the opposite, though. The amount of man hours we spent together in this radio station. Some late nights, Buckeye hoops.
Y'all two should get
And I tell you what, the last 2 seasons, I mean, we're in the foxhole together in that thing, man. We have to watch the games. We have to talk about it. We're here. 9 p.m. tip-off against Illinois, 15-point loss. Guess who's here for the postgame? Us too.
Front lines, baby.
Oh, yeah.
We're here.
We're holding the line.
Here for the people, right? This is Bastogne. We're here.
Timmy and Bodie.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all two should get together and watch Miracle.
Right. Yeah. We
should come in, bring it in, and put it on this TV and just watch Miracle.
Sounds like a great idea.
We have basically watched Miracle together many, many, many times. But yes, that's I like how you put that. Man hours. You and me together. Just dude hours. Getting things done at the Fan. So this episode is going to be a blast, all right? Front and center. Later on, so this has already occurred. Today, I'm exhausted. I'll just be upfront with you. I have been just crushing episodes of Buckeye Replay in an edit booth today. It takes a lot of editing to get down. What are these football broadcasts normally? Around 4 hours? Sometimes some change.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So we have to find a way to whittle that down to the best 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 30 seconds of it. It's got to be pretty close to exact, guys, right? Because we're going to do this in a 3-hour chunk on the weekend right here on the Fan. So timing is everything in this business.
When does it begin?
Saturday at 1.
This Saturday.
Right after Fan Sports Saturday.
This Saturday.
It's
a big Saturday.
It's a big Saturday. It marks, when we get to Saturday, we're talking 8 broadcasts. 8 Saturdays.
Does that take you right up to the season?
Yes.
Ooh.
It starts the countdown.
How did I guess it?
Exactly. So I basically did the entire first episode all today. I was doing that, prepping the show. All that was done today. This started at noon when I interviewed your head coach. Yes, indeed.
Luke Fickell.
No. See, now I'm gonna have to tell him that you said that. Now that I got his number. got the number from Dom Taberi, hooked me up, called him, set it up. Meyer.
You talked to Urban.
Urban Meyer in, as we say, in the can. He is in the system for Saturday's edition of Buckeye Replay. Now, I can't just keep that from you until Saturday. I will give you some teasers of this interview. So at 7:19 tonight, you will hear a chunk. He gave us about 18 minutes that I was able to split up into the first 2 segments.
Look at that.
I typically like to put the first 2 segments with a key figure from the game that we're about to listen to. So it's the Washington Rose Bowl, his last football game. So we talked to Urban, and so you'll hear at 7:19, just catching up with him on what he's busy with right now. We know he's doing some analyst work for the college football season with Fox.
Yep.
So he'll be doing that. But what's up with him? It obviously starts with, Big Ten newbies, because that's the theme. We're doing games against all of our new Big Ten brethren. So about realignment and a little bit about not being a coach anymore and what comes with that.
Sounds like it's very interesting.
Well, you'll find out.
At 7:19?
Yeah,
and
you'll
then
find
at
out.
1 o'clock on Saturday.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll listen to it as I'm at the party. My daughter's birthday party. So there we go.
You're going to put Buckeye Replay on for everybody?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, a bunch of Buckeye fans.
Okay, well, good.
Talking about? Yeah.
We'll make sure that the kids, the 2-year-old girls that are there.
Whoa, they're 4.
4, okay. It's your older. Okay. Happy birthday.
Why, thank you. She'll appreciate that. Her birthday technically is next Monday.
Well, I know. You gotta get it on the weekends.
Exactly.
You got to get it on the weekends so it works. Also tonight, at 6:33, Jason Brown, he's the head football coach at Bellefontaine. We talked about this yesterday. Tavien St. Clair's football coach. So we want to know everything there is to know about the quarterback commit for Ohio State, who's just been making waves, making big splashes all summer long. So that's going to be great. Before I go on, thinking about Urban Meyer and the 10-year mark here between national championships, because it's all we can talk about is the urge, the need to win it all with the team this good. And you think back to that 10 years ago and how this program has been close. They've been really, really close. Even as Urban left, that was a 13-win football team.
Yeah.
13 wins for that team. And I want to say that's only been done 3 or 4 times in history at Ohio State.
What, 13?
Yeah, 13. And yet that team did not go to the college football playoff. They had the one Rose Bowl game.
Yeah.
Incredible offense, but the defense lacked a little bit at times. But they wound up winning that football game, or else we wouldn't be airing it on Buckeye Replay.
The defense was the Achilles heels for about, I'd say, 2 to 3 seasons. They were not great. And now, last year, they finally turned the page.
What is it about? What do you think the biggest thing with Urban Meyer was? When you remember him, being the leader. And because he'll talk about, how extreme he was, and he could never take a day off. And
he was very extreme. I would think
that was him.
I think the difference between Urban and a lot of other coaches is that he did a great job of making losing feel like there's no way it can happen. Like, you cannot lose. I don't care what you have to do. You will not lose. That is just not going to happen. So I think a lot of people growing up, you lose and it's like, okay, it's okay to lose. Well, with Urban, it's not okay to lose. Like, I don't care what the situation is. I don't care if we walk into our cars. You have to win. Like, he made everything competitive. And it just brought this competitive nature out of you that you just didn't want to lose your one-on-one matchups. And ultimately, you've seen a lot of success because guys just refuse to lose.
I can understand how that might be a little bit aggressive to some people.
It was aggressive.
No, but I mean, if you try to boil that down to real life scenarios and when we're teaching our kids and all that type of thing, you want to try to teach your kids how to be successful and how to see the importance in everything that they're doing, right? That it'll lead to something.
Yeah.
But I also think when you get to a certain level, like you got to know where you are, right? It's time and place. When our kids are learning new things from day to day, we can't get in their face and scream at them when they fail, or else that's going to be counterintuitive. But when you've already had a lot of growth in a certain thing, like football in this case, you get to Ohio State. This is this show, essentially.
Yeah.
It is the big show. It's one of the biggest levels of college football, if not the best college football program of all time. And so I kind of appreciate that kind of dedication and how there's that mentality. I mean, you obviously know you are going to lose sometime, but if you make losing...
Are you?
I mean, he lost 9 times, right?
Who?
He lost 9 times.
He did, yeah. I was about to say, I lost 4.
But then again, you say he lost 9 times over how long? How many games? That's silly to think that it was only 9 losses, but it was that kind of effort, intensity, and mentality going into every week that lets something like that be possible.
Yeah. And like I said, when it was a lot of pushback when he first got here, especially from the older guys, because he just went about things totally different. But once you accepted it and bought into what he was saying, you seen the program just take off. So it was actually really nice that he did that for us.
Tyvis, thank you for standing for this segment. Are we going to continue to do this the entire show? People that are watching on YouTube Live can see that Tyvis is doing one of his standing sessions for this segment because he's got to sit, then stand, then sit, because it's some part of his new crazy diet.
It's not a diet.
It's all got to do with the diet and the workout regimen.
Burn more calories when you stay.
Burning the calories because we're eating too much for fun.
No, we're not.
That's why.
Not eating for fun, eating to live. I only ate once today. Bibby Bob.
Oh, that's a fun place to eat.
I enjoyed it, but I didn't say I had fun.
You enjoyed it.
I didn't say I had fun.
Yeah, you enjoyed it because it's
not like
tasty.
I was key and ha while I was eating it.
I had fun with my Jersey Mikes today. I had a lot of fun. Ohio State's quarterback, in my view, the soon-to-be starting quarterback, Will Howard, spoke this week. And let's just say he seems to be very understanding of what the expectations are. So what are our expectations of him? We'll talk about that next. Tyvis is in. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. I just freaked the hell out of someone. The Fan.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safelite Bob Discount Furniture and Weber, happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center August 1st through 4th. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2024 to purchase your tickets today.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Did the pandemic eliminate quality customer service? Well, many places it did, but not here at Heartland Bank. Imagine getting top quality service and good advice as well to help you down life's road. It's community banking, and it's alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Fair banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is a part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is safe and clean for the players every game at the Schottenstein Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Why do they do that? I don't know, because it's gross as hell. They say, like, oh, yeah, this is Brooklyn. That's where we were mashing bits, if you know what I'm saying. And it's like, ew.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekdays 3 to 6 on The Fan.
I've always wanted 3 kids. I came from a family of 3 kids, and I started picturing having 3 car seats in the back of my truck.
That's Megan, Wisconsin native, working mom of 2, and lifelong conservative. Megan never thought she would get an abortion until a diagnosis late in her pregnancy changed everything.
Doctors told us our baby had no chance to survive. And because of Wisconsin's abortion ban, I would be forced to carry my baby for months, knowing he would die. It felt like a bad dream. It felt like a bad dream.
To get the care she needed, Megan had to leave the state. And now if senators in Washington pass a national abortion ban, families like Megan's will have nowhere to turn.
These decisions should be made privately amongst women and their families. And government should have no say in that. No senator in Washington should support a national abortion ban.
Paid for by Free and Just. Visit freeandjust.us to learn more.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little breezy out there, but warm and dry on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid-80s. Overnight falling back down to the low 70s, mainly clear skies and light winds. Increasing clouds, heat, and humidity. High temperatures in the low 90s on Wednesday. We'll see the chance of some late-day showers and storms. Some could be strong with gusty winds, the main threat. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Brace yourselves for more Buckeye banter. This is the Buckeye Show.
Yes, it is. Happy Tuesday to all you fine Buckeye fans. Timmy and Tyvis. He's got me standing in the studio like an idiot.
Health and wellness. A healthy lifestyle. Me, Bodie, and Timmy is all standing, and it's great.
Health and wellness.
Health and wellness.
What's wrong with you?
Don't you just feel the calories just running out of you right now?
This is supposed to do something to my stomach.
Yeah.
This is going to make me better to look at.
Correct. When you get home,
nice time.
The wife is going to be like, ooh.
She's just want to grab. She's going to want to grab me and do things.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why she does want to grab me and do things, because I see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Yes, indeed. I actually got my shot in the ace right before my trip to the beach. Got right on the highway. We were out of there to North Carolina, having lots of fun at the beach. So, by the way, low testosterone, this can cause a lot of problems. Many of them, really. Mm-hmm. You can have low sex drive. That's the libido. You can't be low there. That's the most important thing, right? Bad sleep patterns, unproductive workouts, which is why Tyvis has me standing now. So maybe with the tea and that, I can, have better energy, higher energy. That's one of the main things, too. It's that energy punch that you get from this, because your T levels, as you get older, 30s into the 40s like me, they can just fall and fall and fall. And if you don't get some type of treatment, that might not come back. So see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. They got a bunch of great locations, 2 here in Central Ohio, the one that I see right off of 270 in Hilliard. Beautiful facilities as well. Call them 800-900-9654 or just go to tristatemenshealth.com. Take the low T quiz, see what they can do for you. $99 for the first initial visit. It's great. Tell them Timmy Hall sent you. All right, so we're looking at a couple things here. You had a question that I wanted to throw out there for the people for today, and jump in this one in the YouTube live chat or Twitter and X. We're at the Buckeye Show. Throw out the voicemail again. Been a week or so since we did that. 614-460-2896. 614-460-2896. Save that in the phone. You can text to that one as well, and we can see it. But the question you asked me was an interesting one before the show today.
What did I ask you? I say a lot of things.
You asked me about combining the college career with the pro career.
Oh, yeah.
Who would come out on top being the overall best Buckeye? I'd say put it at the last 20 years, around the turn of the century.
Okay.
For someone at the bulk of their career after the year 2000.
Okay. That's a good, yeah.
Don't say that's a good question. It's your question.
I didn't do a lot of, when did Orlando Pace play here?
Orlando Pace.
What years was he?
That he should work, right?
See, that's where
he should work, because he was late 90s at Ohio State. Well, because if we're But his Ohio State career was all the way in the 90s. So I'd say he doesn't meet the cutoff.
That's not fair.
Well, then set the parameters of it differently.
Malcolm Jenkins.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Malcolm Jenkins. Yeah. He won the Super Bowl. Was he on the national? No. Was he on the national champion? No, but he went to the national.
But he had a really good.
He won the Thorpe here.
Award winner, really good player. And you're talking about, Justin Fields can't qualify for this because his NFL career hasn't taken off.
Correct.
There's some other guys that could have really great careers, but are just too young at this point. CJ Stroud is too young.
Yeah.
We can't really say that. I mean, a couple of the guys that I immediately thought of, Cam Hayward is one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Because the complete package, what he was at Ohio State, and he was always a really, really good player in the NFL, but he got better with age for the Steelers. He just got better and better and better the older he got.
And he was
Torrey's a Walter Payton Man of the Year guy.
Great player. Santonio Holmes.
Yeah, Santonio.
He won a Super Bowl.
That's a good one.
He was really
had
good
one of the best catches you'll ever see in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did. It still bothers me because I was cheering for the Cardinals at the time.
I would also say, he's tailed off here, but the start to his career for Mike Thomas was phenomenal.
Mike was. He was on
that 4-year run to start his NFL career was like none that had ever been seen before for wide receivers.
If you go there, then Zeke is the same way.
Zeke too had a really good 4 or 5 year start.
League in rushing 2 of the first 3 years, right?
I believe so. Yeah. I believe so. I also think of a guy like James Laurinaitis. To be honest, all-time leader in tacklers with the Rams. And if you're going to say that, you could throw a guy like AJ Hawk up there.
AJ Hawk definitely. So it's been some Buckeyes that's really done well in college and going to the NFL. The reason I thought about that is because I was thinking about, like, when you think about other schools, like you think about USC, who was the best player at USC? You'd be like, oh, Reggie Bush. Or then you'll think about the Wolverines. People will say Tom Brady, but then they'd be like, well, his college career wasn't great, but he was good in the NFL.
It was good.
So I started thinking about who's a guy that dominated college and went to the NFL and also
dominated both. Christian McCaffrey, right?
Right.
Dominated
like somebody like that.
And dominating.
So I was thinking about Ohio State, and I'm just like, I could think of a lot of guys, but it's like, one was good here, but wasn't good there.
Or
wasn't
like
as good there. Yeah.
Yeah, superstar at both levels. Terry McLaurin
was good but not great here.
It's not like he wasn't great here. It's just that he didn't get to produce a lot of stats. And that's what people are going to look at when it's all said and done.
I think if Terry was a part of this offense now, because he was there at the start of it, but it didn't quite get to where it is now. Like, I think he would have had a much better career because Urban was big on running the ball.
So we'll keep that, post-2000. Some of their Buckeye football career had to be at least post-2000. Mm-hmm. So the guys on the 2002 national championship team, they qualify for this. But combo, college and pro career, who's the best to you? So let us know that. So let's hear from Will Howard now. Will Howard, I think he's going to be the starting quarterback. Tyvis has been one to not jump all the way there. He talked to Bayou Time Sports. He was down at the Manning Passing Academy. If they're asking him to be a part of this, he must be good. He must be someone that they want around all the other campers. So he started off by telling those guys that he completely understands all the pressures that come with playing at Ohio State.
The expectations are higher, but I knew what I was signing up for. And, I knew that the ultimate goal for me was the NFL and being a starter in the NFL. And, I knew if I didn't put myself in uncomfortable positions and push myself and put these expectations on myself, then I wasn't going to grow. And, following in the footsteps of guys like CJ and Justin and Dwayne and JT, the succession of quarterbacks there is special, and I hope I can carry it on in a good way.
I completely agree. I like everything that he says there. For being a guy at Kansas State, you get this opportunity to up that to an Ohio State. It's nothing against K-State. If that's what you're wanting, that's fine. But this is a different animal. This is a different beast. And for him to relish that and really want to do that tells you something about his moxie and his character.
Well, I think it's obvious that, at K-State, he has some success there, and he's played in some good games, and he's beaten some really good teams. But I think the ultimate goal, like he said, is to get to the NFL. And Ryan Day does a great job of grooming those guys to get them to the NFL. You're learning directly how to play NFL football with Ryan Day. You can see it from just his recent quarterbacks that he's had. He's gotten them first-round draft picks, and they went to the NFL, and they've had some good moments in the NFL, especially with CJ being the most recent. So he's put himself in a position to really shine. He's got to go out there and continue to earn it, but he has the weapons now to put the complete package together.
Look, he's using the phrase, though, so he gets it. He understands what the expectation is. He's using the phrase.
For us, it's natty or bust. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, we have all the talent. We have all of the, all of the intangibles, I guess, but now we just got to go do it. I'm tired of hearing how talented we are and how good our team is. It's about the work ethic and about, how we go to work every single day. And I think we're doing the things that we need to put ourselves in that position to be there at the end of the year. And now we just got to go do it.
My expectation for him is to be a great quarterback and to never, even if they lose a game, you cannot be the reason, even close to the reason, that this team loses.
Well, the funny thing about his situation is he speaks on that, and the biggest question mark is him. That's the funniest thing. Like, everybody else is pretty set. And offensive line as well, but a lot of the things are going to fall on his shoulders and what he does, how he performs in big moments and big spots. And if he shows up to that, this team will cruise to the championship.
I need at least 35 touchdowns out of him. I need at least 35.
I feel like that's
combo passing and rushing. I don't care what the mix is. 30
like
passing,
that's very attainable.
8 rushing. Go for 40 too.
Kyle
Set 40 as a goal.
Had what last year? 24 touchdowns passing. Yeah, he could get 35. And he's running the ball.
Go for 40.
Ryan Day talked about they're going to want them to run the ball more, so I'm sure he could get 35 easily.
Go for 40. That's my goal for him. Total touchdowns. All right, we aim to get more insight into what makes Ohio State quarterback commit Tavien St. Clair the next great one, possibly. His high school football coach, Jason Brown, joins us next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's a summer savings extravaganza at Kemba Financial Credit Union. You pick how you want your money to grow. Choose a limited time 13-month certificate at up to 5.25% annual percentage yield to lock in your savings with a $500 minimum deposit, or enjoy access to your funds anytime with a money market at 4.75% APY intro rate until October 31st with a $5,000 minimum balance and a $1 million maximum. Visit Kemba.org for details. Restrictions apply. Advantage status required. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is Protection. Yep, Protection. The everyday skin protection ritual that protects your skin from mosquitoes. Pre-barbecue. Pre-playground. Pre-everything. Pre-every day. Prevention is the best protection. This summer, make sure you have OFF, the #1 dermatologist-recommended repellent brand. SC Johnson, a family company.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Ah, the sounds of summer. The crack of a bat, the splash of a pool, and the dreaded silence of a broken AC. No uh-oh. Don't sweat it. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team for an AC tune-up. Schedule a visit today and stay cool all summer long. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Guess what? Our ugly faces are on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan and watch all your favorite shows. Laptop, phone, tablet, smart TV, we're everywhere. Bring us in the bedroom with you. Yes, The Fan.
This is Ice-T, repping Raising Cane's Iced Tea, the official iced tea of iced tea. Brewed throughout the day and perfectly poured over Cane's signature crush ice makes Cane's Iced Tea the only iced tea as fresh as me. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
The best of two leagues meet again this summer. Catch the stars of MLS and Liga MX as they show off their skills at the 2024 MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T. Tuesday, July 23rd at Lower.com Field. Tickets start at $25. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster.
Ready for all those warm weather get-togethers? Fill up your grocery basket at Giant Eagle. Giant Eagle's Deals for Days program features more than 1,000 deals on your favorite items, so you can save more on what you like most. Barbecue parties, graduations, communions, they're all easier to plan when you buy at Giant Eagle. These low prices are available for a limited time at your Giant Eagle and Market District, so save today. Find more information on Deals for Days at gianteagle.com.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing Optimized IT, the managed services division of Modern Office Methods. With our cutting-edge managed IT services, we ensure your business always stays ahead of the curve, keeping you one step ahead of your competition. We bring proven management strategies to the table to support your current IT team, as well as provide insight on how to maximize efficiency, helping you achieve your goals faster. Concerned about security? Our backup solutions help guarantee your data is protected around the clock, giving you peace of mind. Start at optimizedit.net for your free IT assessment. Stay ahead, stay secure, and stay optimized.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource. Proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The best sports talk in the Big Ten lives right here. Now back to the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
All right, we're back sitting now, so this is good. This feels comfortable.
That's a shame.
Now we're ready to go, ready to talk to our guest tonight.
You got to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Oh, all right. I wonder what kind of things Bellefontaine's head football coach Jason Brown does with his players, like weird things, like you got me standing and sitting and standing and sitting to try to get ready for the season here. Like that's going to do something for me. He's got a great quarterback, we know, in Tavien St. Clair, and we're going to talk about him. But on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline, Jason Brown, thanks for doing it, Coach. How are you tonight? Getting ready for the season with a star player.
Well, we're doing fantastic here. It's an honor to be invited on the show, and obviously we're super excited about this football season.
Yeah, and you had an interesting offseason that we were looking into. You were going to be done as the head football coach, and then your replacement then resigned, so you came back to do it again, but you're not going to be the principal anymore, correct? And I agree with it, because if you got Tavien St. Clair, I think you want to be around for that.
Well, I was going to be around one way or another, no matter what. They couldn't keep me away from it. But, you know, sometimes man plans, and then God laughs at those plans. And I'm just really blessed and fortunate to be back in this position. And, you know, you did your research because not many people knew I was the principal at the same time. So it's just an exciting time for us here at Bellefontaine, and we just can't wait to get rolling.
Coach, talk about Tavien. Let us know the type of player that he is. What can we expect from him as a Buckeye?
He's a relentless worker, tireless worker, professional in every way, and how he handles his business. He's the kind of guy you really want driving the bus. A man you can trust with a football team, a man you can trust with way more than that. And it all really stems from his family and his faith. Just an amazing person, better than the quarterback. And I know that's cliche and it sounds goofy to say, but he truly is that great of a person.
Is it when did you know that you had a really special player that was going to continue to grow?
Well, we were in the high school when he was in middle school in the weight room, and they were the middle schoolers were throwing out on the turf, and everybody kind of came in and said, hey, you really got to come out here and check out this young guy that's throwing. And it took about 2 or 3 throws for us to see him in the middle school to realize that this kid's truly blessed and has some amazing talent. And then, you know, once he got into high school and we kind of went through the early part of his career, once the Tennessee offer came, we kind of all realized that this is going to be something that could take off.
Coach, talk about your off-season program, because we seen Tavien last year, and he was he wasn't that big of a guy, but this year he's really bulked up.
Looks like a pro.
What's going on over there?
Bellefontaine water. He's got a lot of minerals.
Vitamins and minerals.
He's from a family that has, a lot of size in the family, and we all knew that the growth spurt was coming and that some of the maturity and his body formation was going to occur just like it kind of did for some of his uncles. The older they get, the more muscle and the more filled out they became, and it just started to really come for us. We feel good about an alignment of workouts that we're doing now. Yeah, we do some speed training, we do the weight training, we do the mental and physical part with it every day, and we feel great about not only his growth, but a lot of our guys in our program in the last 3 or 4 years that have really started to grow in the same manner. So we just really work, to be honest with you. There's no magic to this. Put our nose down and get to work every day.
Jason Brown is the head football coach at Bellefontaine. They've got a guy right now who could be one of the next great Buckeyes, and it's such a big deal because of the offseason he's having and the fact that he's a quarterback and he's from right here in Central Ohio. He's a 6'4", 225-pound, incredible-looking athlete with the footwork, the mechanics, all of it. And Jason, our brief chat on the phone the other day was so interesting. I want to give people a little looking glass into what we were talking about, but how can you describe your role as a high school football head coach when you've got a talented kid like this that is trying to receive offers from all of the big-time schools, and clearly he wanted one from Ohio State? What's your role in that crazy game of recruiting?
Well, our job is to just give our kids the best opportunities possible. And whether it's going to be Ohio State or whether it's down the road at Wittenberg or at Ohio University or Ashland University, we just want our kids to feel like they have a choice to play football at the next level if they choose to do that. And our role is to work as hard as we can to give those guys their opportunities. Really then it's the college's jobs to decide if somebody fits for them or not. And, you kind of open the door there a little bit to the fact that we waited, and by we, I mean all of us here, but especially Tavien and his family, really worked and waited for that Ohio State offer. They'd only had a couple quarterback offers that went out before they'd offered him. And so they'd always said that they weren't going to offer him until they would take his commitment. And we just continued to work and work and work. And I'm not sure if the outside world understands the tireless amount of work and effort that was put into this process by Tavien. I mean, just consistently working on his faith, his family, and football. And really there was nothing else. And his ability to be a rising tide for us, we say rising tides raise all ships. He brings other people along and makes them great with him. And it has just been an incredible story to see from the inside.
Coach, you watched him grow and develop over the past, 3-4 years now. For his senior season, what's the one thing or one area you look for him to improve on this season?
Well, we want to continue to work on his ability to read the defense and to take what the defense gives us. And then at times we want him to go ahead and put his foot down on the gas pedal and just say, I'm the best quarterback in the country, and we're going to make these plays, even if you've got the right defense called or if a kid's in a good position. We just need him to take that next step in that leadership role. And the great thing about it is we've watched every year the increase in his leadership, the increase in his knowledge, and his ability to make plays for us. We've seen it so much in the last just calendar year since he's been a commit to Ohio State, his confidence in who he is and what he can do for our football team. So for us, that's what we're looking for, that the fine things are there in the quarterback world too, throwing guys open, finding those windows, making sure, the little intricacies of the footwork and things of that nature are there. But for us, we just want him to drive the bus, and we're grateful and blessed that he's the one driving it.
It's just crazy, Jason. You mentioned it there and how Ohio State was working with his offers, but to think that, not like being the 25th best quarterback in a class is a bad thing, but there's a big difference from that and possibly being the number 1 overall player in the country by some recruiting services. I mean, the one I'm looking at right now, it's him and Bryce Underwood, a talented quarterback who's going to LSU. You got to pinch yourself saying, this kid's my player right here in Bellefontaine, Ohio. This young man is my player.
Yeah, it's surreal. We talked about it this morning. Actually, a gentleman was in for an interview this morning, and we spent some time. And you know, as you sit back and reflect on it, it's like a dream at times for us. You know, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and for us, the crazy part of it is he got a little brother that you know, that Tavien wants him to be better than him, and we believe he's got aspirations to be better than Tavien, and it's you know, it's just something that's kind of fallen into place. There's something, the higher powers at work here. Our quarterback and coach and offensive coordinator is an alumni that's the all-time leading passer at Wittenberg University. His name's Jake Kennedy, and he was playing in Europe and came home and ended up just choosing to settle with us and help us grow the program. And he and Tavien have been an amazing connective partnership, and it's just wild. It really is. And you know, sometimes you don't worry about the roller coaster going up or down. You just buckle the seatbelt and you ride.
Well, it's awesome, and we've been following his run at times, Tyvis, every day, right?
Yeah.
Elite 11 camp, and just, you know, being the best guy at that camp every day as that thing was going on. And we'll be paying attention to the Chieftains this year. It sounds like you've got a special player. We know he's a special player, but person as well. And it has the makings for, it feels right that he should get to Ohio State and be one of the great ones that we've ever had.
Yeah. Well, we just appreciate you guys and the world that's paying attention to us now, maybe differently than it ever has before. But again, our gratitude is out of this world for the people that have reached out and the people that have made some of these experiences possible and special for us. And we couldn't ask for a better opportunity. You know, we lost in the regional final game last season, and we're looking to get back and drive on and finish the job.
Awesome stuff. Coach, have a great season. Appreciate you coming on.
Man, you guys were awesome. Thank you guys so much, and the best to you guys, too.
Yep, no doubt about it. There he is, Jason Brown from Bellefontaine, Tavien St. Clair's high school football coach on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Perfect way to segue into our On the Trail segment. I think there's a certain narrative that we had cooking in Buckeye Nation recently we need to be over and done with. Tell you why next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
The only radio station still operating with an active booze cart. I'm drunk right now. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safelite Bob Discount Furniture and Weber, happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center August 1st through 4th. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2024 to purchase your tickets today.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is a part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is safe and clean for the players every game at the Schottenstein Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
Find savings to celebrate this 4th of July with one stop at Meyer. Pick up fresh from Meyer 80% lean ground beef family pack for just $2.99 per pound. And family pack chicken drumsticks for 99 cents per pound. Bulk sweet corn is 5 for $1 this week. Meyer potato chips are 3 for $6. And Aunt Millie's Stadium buns are $1.99. Plus, get even more great deals with buy 5, save $5. Get everything you need for July 4th this week at Meyer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in store or in the Meyer app.
You've heard my promise to you before, but I'll say it again. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians will always come through for you when you need us to. It doesn't matter if it's restoring cooling, heat, or plumbing. We'll get there when you need us and fix the situation right then and there. Unfortunately, though, there is one situation where we can't get your cooling or heat working again, and that's when the power goes down. If that happens, there's nothing we can do to restore comfort to your home at that time. What we can do is install a whole home backup generator ahead of time. That way your home will remain an oasis of cool comfort or warmth and light, Wi-Fi, and all the comforts of civilization. And since the point of a backup generator is to come through with power when you need it, we also provide full service and maintenance for your Eco-installed generator. So you know your backup generator will be as reliable as Eco. Want that added reassurance for your home? Call us
at geteco.com.
Who are the people that serve part-time in the Ohio Army National Guard? We are your neighbors and friends. We are your sons and daughters. Our service is providing us valuable job skills, and it pays up to 100% of our tuition. We're proud to serve our state. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service with the Ohio Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard. Aired by the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The best kind of power is star power. Let's go on the trail.
Sponsored by Whiskey War, by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank.
Timmy Tyvis back here with you on a Tuesday, and we always do a little check-in with Buckeye recruiting. And when we take you on the trail on Tuesdays. And thank you to Jason Brown, the head football coach at Bellefontaine, for giving us some more intel on Tavien St. Clair. He's not in the top 10 of all-time Buckeye recruits. We're talking about Ohio kids, Tyvis. We're wondering where Braxton, like we're thinking about quarterback recruits from Ohio. You got to go back to Braxton.
Yeah.
And that's a good one. The last time you had one with this kind of heat, you know? And I don't know where Braxton ultimately fell. I gotta find his profile somewhere, but I just had the top 10 pulled up. Even a guy like Naeem Offord, future cornerback here at Ohio State, is 10 on the dot, all-time biggest recruits.
Wow.
And I hate how Quinn Ewers' name is there at number 1.
Wait a minute. Over Devin Sanchez?
Sanchez might have been above him. I don't have the list in front of my face anymore.
I just know because he's like the number 1 corner. That's why I was kind of.
Maybe Sanchez was 9 and Offord is 10. Or maybe they're
good to see some DBs up there.
Hey, maybe they're right next to each other. But
yes.
Ted Ginn Jr. was number 4. Terrell Pryor was 3.
But that Quinn Ewers is getting you.
Who was 2? Jeremiah Smith. It's 2.
Oh, really?
All time.
Where is what's the kid that went to Penn State, the receiver?
Fleming was in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yes, Julian Fleming was also in the top 10. Yep. Don't ask me any more questions about it because it's not up in front of me anymore. You're always doing that. All right.
Why would you click off of it?
Because why? Because we had other things to get to. That's why.
So why would you? I don't want to just bring it up.
I don't want to be slamming through tabs.
I'm about to say, you can have a bunch of tabs.
I don't want to have too many tabs. I don't want to have too many tabs up there. Because again, we're going to go on to this and talk about this young man who is committed to Ohio State. They got a boom yesterday, double boom. We'll get to the basketball one momentarily. Maxwell Roy. And you mentioned yesterday how this now, you can officially call it a pipeline, and it is a unique pipeline. Maxwell Roy from Philly, from St. Joe's Prep. It's really crazy, right? Where you get Kyle McCord, you get Marvin Harrison Jr., you get Maxwell Roy. And you've
Isaiah
got
West.
Isaiah West, right. I knew I was missing one right there. 3-star 2025 running back as well. So you got teammates that are ready to go and have another high school football season that are right there. So not just that, though. That's not the only point I want to make. You got a pipeline. I also think with more work being done to get a nice 4-star, 6'3", 270-pound defensive tackle, can we stop with the narrative that we had going on Larry Johnson and how he's cooked? And how he's done.
Yeah, that was a thing for about 2 years because he kept missing on edge rushers. I know last year for sure it was a bunch of edges that he missed out on. It was the D tackle. He went to Miami, Justin Scott.
That was it.
That's his name.
We were talking about a decommitment, right?
Justin Scott.
There's a decommitment, and then there's some misses on the trail, which it's going to happen, right? When you're in this big game of college football, and there's Alabamas and Miamis and Florida States and Georgias, you are not going to get every single guy you're going after. But he's had a nice little run here, right? He had Zion Grady, got the commitment there on June 24th, got Odom on Friday. He's already got Zahir Mathis and London Merritt committed. So that is pretty good right now, where you've got 5 D linemen in the next recruiting class, which has 22 commitments overall. Pretty good stuff. And he's been too good of a coach over his entire career to get all hot and bothered by missing a couple of recruits and then thinking that we've got to put him out to pasture and we need to tell him that his career is done. I think he can somewhat write his own ticket unless he completely falls off a cliff.
He's a legend in this game. I think that when he's ready to go, he'll leave then. But I think he's still getting through to these kids. Obviously, they're still responding to him. And, they were productive last year. I was at times it came in waves. I mean, you just had a D tackle go second round in the draft. So it shows you that his stuff still works and he still can be productive as a coach, and these players are still responding to him.
It seems like guys are being developed too, right? Where you've got some players that get into this system, get into this program that we're not expecting big things from as true freshmen or even, redshirt sophomores. Mm-hmm. But then later on, by the time they develop, you've got some juniors and seniors or fifth-year guys that are really ready to produce. Like, we'll see what a guy like Hero Kanu is going to do for this program. Yeah, that would be a lot of development if you're going to get something out of a player like that.
I think that this is a year that we're going to see a lot of those guys that we've been hearing, Kenyatta Jackson, Kanu, Caden Curry, all of these guys that you've been hearing a lot about. I think now at this time, with this being JT's and Jack Sawyer's last year, you got to get these guys in there more because they're the future and we want to see them. And it's time for them to step in there and make plays. Like, don't just be in there to give people blows. Be in there to make plays. And we should see somebody take off, and we should be very confident next year when this season's over. After they win it all this year, going into the next year, we should know who the stars on the line should be.
You essentially were re-recruiting Jack Sawyer and JT Tuimoloau, right? Yeah. To get back onto this team. And I know you know names like Ty Hamilton and Tyleik Williams up the middle, but another name to watch, if this guy does great things for the Buckeyes, it's a lot of development there as well. If Caden McDonald is going to bring big things for this football team.
I'm actually...
Second line defensive tackle, you're going to need something from these guys.
I'm actually intrigued to see Edric Houston. I know he's done well in the spring.
Oh, yeah. That's a big recruit.
Yeah, I want to see.
That's a big
That
get.
was his boom last year. That was his big boom last year. And through spring ball, the spring game, he was showing some flashes out there. So I'd be shocked if we don't see him in the fall. I'm pretty sure he's going to be out there. And if he makes some plays, we'll know what the future looks like for him.
And then the Buckeye basketball boom, they got it kickstarted for their 2025 class. First one. And what a way to start, because the recruiting's been pretty good, pretty solid for Jake Diebler for starters. With the 24 class that sealed up, you've got Colin White out there from Ottawa Glandorf doing some things at the Summer League, the Kingdom Summer League, that's been out there. Mm-hmm. Aaron Bradshaw has been throwing some dunks down. Adam Jardy putting some video up of that. And you've got Junie Mobley. I'm really excited to see what he can bring to this team in a reserve role this year. But Dorian Jones is the boom, 4-star shooting guard from Cleveland. Hey. You got to love that, wearing your Cleveland hat every single day, repping the guards. 6'3", about 190 pounds from Richmond Heights. And he's only going to get better. He's only going to put on pounds and continue to improve. And the fact that he's a shooting guard just feels good. We need a scorer. I want a guy coming here to score.
Well, 6'3", I would imagine that he'd probably get to 6'4", 6'5", hopefully. That'd be like ideal shooting guard height if he gets to 6'4", 6'5". plus with his shoes on, that'll put him at 6'6". That'd be really nice to have a guy like that can shoot it, probably go off the dribble, dunk, take it to the hole, do some pull-ups. I feel like we've been missing that type of stuff. So I'm actually intrigued to see what he does when he get here. And plus, with Jake Diebler as a coach, the way he's been developing these guys and the relationship he's built, the future's bright.
And he didn't go to Michigan. Yeah. Michigan, Rutgers, Missouri. That's a good quartet of programs there.
That, Dusty May.
Yes. Stick it, Dusty. All right. In 17 days, the Bode man is going to be spending the rest of his year in his underwear and not coming to work. We will tell you why. We keep our finger on the college football pulse. Next, it's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
1, 2, 3. Here at The Fan is always football o'clock. Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. The Fan.
Is arthritic joint pain keeping you from doing the things that you love? Bone-on-bone pain in your knee? Arthritic pain like I was having in my knee? Maybe your hip, your back, your shoulder? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that you can get lasting relief from. QC Kinetics is helping patients like you every day here in Columbus, led by Dr. Ray Tesner. I'm talking about cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Listen, my dad was having knee pain. I was having knee pain. So we went over to QC Kinetics, and they were able to help us out. And 2 years out, I'm still feeling good. My dad can still move around. So learn how QC Kinetics can treat pain and enhance your joints and restore your mobility and give you long-term lasting relief with no downtime. So check them out. Go to 380-208-4544 or head to one of their offices in Dublin, Gahanna, or now the new one that's most recently opened in Grove City.
And now we're on our way with COTA, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, COTA moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit COTA.com/transit app to learn more.
It's no fun to get blindsided. That's why you need to know what's coming in Ohio Medicaid.
Championship quarterback Cardale Jones.
Recent changes in Ohio Medicaid could impact you. If your information isn't up to date, you could lose your health insurance. Call the Ohio Department of Medicaid so you don't have to scramble to stay insured.
Call 800-324-8680. A public health message from CareSource.
That's what I call forward progress.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
When you've been diagnosed with heart or vascular disease, where you start your care makes all the difference.
When you choose the Heart and Vascular Center at The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center.
Our team of specialized experts will manage your condition day to day.
And should you need more advanced care like complex heart or vascular surgery,
you'll never need to travel farther.
You didn't choose heart and vascular disease, but the choice of where to treat it is clear.
The Ohio State University Heart and Vascular Center.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good evening. I'm pretty well. Starting with baseball, after being off on Monday, the Guardians and Reds are both back at it tonight. The Guardians host the White Sox for the first of a 3-game set in Cleveland. That game got underway just a little bit ago. They're in the top of the second. Chicago leads at 1-0. As for the Reds, they're in the Bronx for the first of 3 against the Yankees. First pitch is a few minutes away here at 7:05. Graham Ashcraft gets the start for the Redlegs. In the NBA, I know Tyvis was happy about this news today. The Cavaliers and Donovan Mitchell agreed to a 3-year extension worth just over $150 million. The deal does include a player option in the final year of the contract. And in hockey, the 2024-25 regular season schedule was released today. The Blue Jackets will begin their campaign out on the road. The season opens at the Minnesota Wild on October 10th. The home opener at Nationwide Arena will be on October 15th against the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers.
breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
It's time for the College Football Pulse on the Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Need heating, cooling, plumbing, or electric? Call a carpenter.
Timmy and Tyvis back at it, hour 2. Do not go anywhere because part 1, I'm giving you a teaser of the big interview that we've got with Urban Meyer that is going to kick off our new season of Buckeye Replay on Saturday at 1 o'clock. We are listening to the Washington Rose Bowl game, January 1, 2019. Urban Meyer's last game. We said, what better figure to talk about that game and fire up the new season than Urban Meyer? He agreed to do it. He did it. Talked to him at noon today. So you're going to hear a piece of that interview coming up here at 7:19. You do not want to miss that. I even asked him about you. And you'll get to hear that later in the show as well.
What did you ask?
You'll see. I'll even leave my voice part in it so you can hear it for yourself.
Okay.
That's for you. I've got one for you guys, all right? I'm not stealing your thunder, Bodie, but you play along with me for this one. Because I think you're the one this is going to affect the most.
I would agree.
You're gone. Come Sunday, it'll be all right. Come Sunday, Bodie will be gone playing EA Sports College Football 25.
Does it come out this Sunday?
No. That's the Jimmy Buffett song.
Oh.
You got to wait a little bit longer. 17 days. 17 days from now, this bad boy is coming out. July 19. So, I don't know. If you've got pre-orders, if you got some kind of back deal with EA, maybe you're getting this before some of us. But, Bode, they are putting a ton of information. These guys at CBSSports.com went pouring through the dynasty mode. Does this interest you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
just a little bit.
We're going there, baby. So, for starters, I'll give you some tidbits about what to expect from this mode. And people that have played the games or played Madden, I think, know it kind of advanced. How can you describe the difference for people that might not know, Bodie, off of just doing a season play where you can play the actual season? That's really my limitation. That's what I would do, is try to play each game that is the exact copy of the current season. I would think that's pretty cool in the stadiums with current players. But then there's these other modes that have come in that are dynasty modes where you just go beyond that. What's fun about that compared to just doing the in-season?
I think for me and for most people, the fun of it was the recruiting part. Because it just, like, take Madden for an example. Once you kind of start, it's franchise mode.
Franchise
it's basically
mode.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Dynasty and college franchise mode.
You have an off season. You work through an NFL draft.
You do, and you can sign
some
free
are fake
agents.
players, right? They have to put fake players in there.
But I think for me personally, and I think a lot of fans of the game felt this way as well, part of the fun for college was you have to constantly rebuild your roster, which is obvious, right? Guys graduate and leave and whatnot. And Madden, one thing I always kind of disliked, and I know you can't change it, but once you kind of had a team and had the quarterback, you were kind of in good shape. Like if you're a Chiefs fan or a Bengals fan and you have Burrow, you're good. You don't really have to rebuild the roster. That's just my opinion. I think a lot of people felt that way as well. There was something to. There was also really something to creating a coach. You would start off as the offensive or defensive coordinator at a real low school. You can build your way up to becoming the head coach at the Ohio States and Alabamans.
So you can make yourself as a coach.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
And you can start out as
small.
the offensive coordinator at
Marshall.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And then you can build your way up. So I think there's a lot more to kind of just to sum it all up in one word, so to speak, building. You kind of can build your way in a lot of different ways, where Madden sometimes didn't always have that spice just because, like I said, the rosters, you don't have as much turnover, and especially at a quarterback position once you have that.
What would be cool, though, is if you can get some kind of blend from college football 25 to Madden, where if you're doing one of those franchise modes in Madden, and once you've done a couple years and you're going through those drafts, when you used to be getting fake players, everyone that opted in the NCAA, could their real names of real colleges be in that system for when you do future NFL drafts?
To do that, but they're not this year. I think there's some name, image, and likeness maybe stuff a little bit because.
Well, why? Didn't we solve
but I
that?
think it's
With
so
the
if you
opt-in?
take Quinn
It's
Ewers,
EA.
for example, he's not. I think EA has maybe essentially paid for him to be the Texas quarterback and paid for that part of it. But
Not
they can't
anything
take
else.
him and put him into Madden. Yeah, I think
Not
that's
yet.
where the waters get kind of muddy because
Not
it's
tonight.
like not tonight, not this year, maybe in future years. I don't know.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, it
Because
does.
now you're putting Quinn Ewers all of a sudden on the
Madden.
and Madden, and on an
They
NFL
better
team.
give him a Madden check.
Exactly. Yes,
Right, a
I
Madden
think that's
type
what
check.
it is. Yeah.
So I'm looking at a screenshot, Bodie. I'll describe this to you. It's actually Marshall, the Thundering Herd. They are a two-star team, right?
26-21 beat the Irish a couple years ago. Yeah.
Oh my God! Where is
You don't
my
have to. That was a pretty miserable game.
Ding! I gotta get the ding for you, and I can't get it. God dang it! Why is everything so hard to find? God! So I'm looking at this screen, and it's got Marshall there, 76 overall. And Sun Belt Conference, that makes sense, right? A two-star team. There's a thing in this game mode called brand exposure. That's something that I guess you're going to try to build in your dynasty mode with whatever team you are. And it would be harder as a team like Marshall, easier as a team like Ohio State, right? It says brand exposure. It's the measure of how much attention your program gets relative to the rest of the country. Appear in more nationally televised games and games of the week to increase this grade. And it's got this grid on how to improve and how many games that you're playing in and national TV games, which is not a lot for Marshall. So that's what they got to try to do. And then it has a little column for players at risk. And they've got a guy, I don't know, I assume he's a real guy, a left end named Hawkins. And he's a 72 overall. And it has a bar that tells you his risk of transfer. So these are all things that you have to worry about. And I don't know how you're going to, there's probably some modes in the game where you can pacify some players that might want to think about going. How would you do that? Is there a take him out to dinner feature?
Throw him the bag.
Right. Is there a throw him the bag? Is there a talk to Tyvis button where Tyvis is smiling face? Is there call this guy?
Hold on
text
now.
this guy.
If they go
make
do
sure
that,
he's good.
If they go do that, then I need to
Tyvis needs a check.
I'm about to say, go ahead and call my peoples, get in touch with my peoples. I'll take my $600 and the free copy of the game. Well, I already paid for it though, so I don't know how to
reimburse you.
It also says as far as the coaching system is going to work in the dynasty mode, that your coach is not going to be great in all three aspects of either recruiting, motivating, or being a tactician. So you kind of have to choose
motivator.
Motivator. Boatman's the motivator. Yeah, we know that. We're all going to watch Miracle, and we're all going to learn the movie.
Comes to the shoe, I'll have that team ready. Boys, if we played them 10 times, they might win 9.
And we're not even going to watch We Are Marshall. We're just going to watch Miracle. That's going to do it. So you have to build your assistant coaching staff strategically so that your guys can strive and bolster the program in areas where you are not, an expert in as a coach.
Smart.
And then there's a recruiting mode too, high school recruiting mode.
That's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun, right? And it says it has the process of recruiting split into 3 stages: discovery, pitch, and the close. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know how exactly, until you see the game, what that's going to entail, but scouting the recruit, getting a sense for his traits and everything, the pitch. Again, Tyvis part of it. We're going to go and sell our program. You're the guy. You're in there. You're part of the process. Hi, hello. My name is Tyvis Powell. I'm representing the Thundering Herd Collective, here to help you out. Come to Marshall. Come to Huntington, West Virginia. We're a program on the rise. We're getting back to where we were back when we were banging. So I think this is going to be cool for everybody involved. I've seen another image out there of, this was from Hayes Fawcett. They're adding team stickers in Dynasty mode. Yes, of course.
So it's going to actually update the helmets?
Each season, the helmet starts fresh. And over the course of the year, based on the player performance, pride stickers are added to give the visual representation of what they're doing. DJ Uyunglele at Florida State is here. Bunch of, Knoll, Tomahawks, right? And Will Howard right there, too. Clean slate, and then a bunch of Buckeye leaves in the next photo.
I hope that's the case for him.
So, Bodie, it's been nice knowing you.
Yeah, pretty fired up for it. I'm not somebody who likes to count, giveaway days and look forward to things, but I am pretty fired up about this game.
Are you gonna start Dynasty mode with Notre Dame?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
my favorite team.
You might have been let's take OU to the championship.
I do. Normally, I kind of like going Notre Dame at first, play through a handful of years. And then, after I build the Marcus Freeman National Championship Nick Saban level dynasty.
I hope you meant Ohio University by OU.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oklahoma's
not
too
Oklahoma.
good. When you start low, you got to go.
Oklahoma could use some help.
I would never refer to them as OU. OU is Ohio University to me. I would call them Oklahoma.
Good man right there. All right, Bo, man, got time for another?
Yes, let's sneak in this one here. The Big 12 preseason media poll is out. Tyvis, would you like to let the people know who they picked to win the conference this year?
You better be kidding. Oh my God!
I purposefully didn't sneak a peek at this just because.
The Utah Utes coming at number 1.
Where are my guys?
They're number 4, actually.
4?
Disrespectful.
That is,
I know.
I was thinking top 3, and they were maybe be a chance that they were the preseason favorite.
It's pretty bunched up at the top. Utah got the most first place votes at 20, but Kansas State is right behind them at 19. Oklahoma State's 14, and then it drops down to Kansas at 5 and Arizona with 3. So people are saying the Utes are going to get a top 4 seed and a bye in the playoff if the media's right.
All right, I like that for the Rock Chalks. Give them something to shoot for. They're getting that. I wouldn't say it's disrespect, but it's something for them to shoot for.
To be honest with you.
You know what? It is.
Disrespect.
We're great.
Kansas. You know who we are?
We're great. We're a football program.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. If they don't win that conference, I would be upset because that's a shame.
Yeah, it's, because Kansas State, you don't know what to make of them.
Tim.
Oklahoma State, they're in some trouble a little bit. They're running back.
Just got a DUI.
Yeah, I did see a funny tweet. Somebody said he's transferring to Georgia. That made me laugh.
Yeah, they're great at that down there. Did he even have a golf tournament to go and hang out at?
Yeah.
Before the
was
DUI?
He speeding as well? Actually,
did they have a bogey in out there? I mean, that's seasonal? No, I don't think so. And by the way, the whole state of Utah, right, Bodie, with some head coaching headlines.
Yes.
Utah got a coach in waiting, and Utah State having bad issues.
Yeah, Utah, they formally named their defensive coordinator as the coach in waiting. Kind of interesting, though. Kyle Whittingham has no plans to step down. Not that he's, revolting, but he has not announced, hey, this will be the year. He could be hanging around a few years.
A true coach in waiting type situation.
And then Utah
he's
State, they are basically firing their head coach due to some Title IX issues. So
got to get it together, man. You're the coach of Utah State.
Yeah. What are you doing?
We want excellence out here. I saw
that would take their coach would take a hit on his I don't know how the effect of that in Title IX ranking is. That's probably not brand, but some sort of
scandal mode.
Yes.
There's a scandal meter. You've got an F. Your bar is filling up. It's at 80%, 90%. You're into Hugh Freeze section there. There's a little hash mark that says Hugh, and then you're gone, fired.
Bobby Petrino with the neck brace.
He's at Petrino level. Get him out of here. Oh man. All right. As I said, I caught up with Urban today for our first episode of Buckeye Replay coming up on Saturday. You will hear from him next. What does he miss the most and not miss about coaching? Stick around and find out. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
Head to 971thefan.com to listen on demand and subscribe to all our podcasts. Wasting time has never been easier. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors.
Attention Columbus. Town Properties just clinched the title of the largest residential property manager in Columbus, thanks to the Columbus Business Journal. With pride, we oversee 25,000 plus households in the Columbus metro area, ensuring fantastic places to call home. Whether you're on the hunt for an exceptional living space, a top-notch association management company, or a property manager for your multifamily portfolio, visit our website at town.properties.com and let us elevate your living experience. Town Properties, always managing great places to live.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
When you need urgent care and you need it fast, where you go makes all the difference. When you choose advanced urgent care from the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, you're choosing an advanced level of urgent care led by Ohio State emergency physicians. We offer walk-in treatment for more serious illnesses and injuries such as broken bones, abdominal pain, and pneumonia, all with shorter wait times and less cost than an emergency department. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
And now we're on our way with COTA, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, COTA moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit COTA.com/transit app to learn more.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
Spectrum delivers with fast and reliable internet. And with Spectrum One, you get even more. Spectrum Internet, so you can work, game, and stream with speeds up to a gig. Plus advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and one Spectrum Mobile unlimited line, both free for 12 months. Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and mobile. Get it all together with Spectrum One, starting at just $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Restrictions apply.
America's favorite car show returns to Ohio for the biggest hot rodding event of the year. It's the Good Guys 26th Summit Racing Nationals, and it's all taking place July 12th through the 14th at the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus. Check out thousands of chrome and candied hot rods, muscle cars, and trick trucks. Shop the huge swap meet and vendor midway and see which rides take home the crown of the Good Guys 2024 Classic Instrument Street Rod and PPG Street Machine of the Year. It's all happening July 12th through the 14th at the Ohio Expo Center, and you don't want to miss it. Get complete details at good-guys.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny, warm, and humid on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Overnight will fall back down to the low 70s. And after a warm and humid start on Wednesday, some scattered showers and storms during the heat of the day into Wednesday evening. Some can be strong with gusty winds the main threat. High temperatures in the low 90s. Should be drying out by fireworks time Wednesday night. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Block O on the radio. This is the Buckeye Show.
And the Buckeye Show is sponsored by our good friends at CareSource. We thank them for sponsoring this lovely radio program. Timmy and Tyvis on a Tuesday. It's got great feel. This is not a nothing day. Tyvis, ready to hear from your coach?
I am ready to hear from one.
Yeah.
What does he have to say?
It's fun catching up with him. He's technically not on the Buckeye Show. All right, this is done for Buckeye Replay. I want to make a big deal out of this because it's 8 Saturdays, counting down the Saturdays to the 2024 season, and we're starting with a bang with a Rose Bowl win, Urban's last game, and he was so kind to do the show with us and give us 2 segments. So I'm playing you part 1 of that right here, right now. Please enjoy. The legendary head coach, 3-time national champ, one of the best to ever do it, winner of the most recent title for the Buckeyes, Urban Meyer is here. Urban, thanks for doing this. How are you?
I'm great, Tim. What a great idea. So many great matchups. You mentioned the 4 new friends from the Pac-12, Oregon, USC, Washington, and UCLA. I'll tell you what, the Big Big 10 or Big 18, Big whatever it is, just got real strong.
Right. And before we get into the specifics of this game, I like to do some catch-up. And, Urban, I know you'll be talking all about this, and you already have, being a college football analyst now and having a different point of view, although I'm sure you always had thoughts on this stuff as a head coach as well. But what is your opinion on the way everything has gone in college football and adding these 4 exciting new programs and universities to the Big Ten now?
Well, it's good for as many decisions in any world, and it's great for certain people, and it's not great for others. And it's great for the Big Ten. It's reality is the SEC and the Big Ten are in an arms race for superiority of the game, and it's amazing what has happened. You have Texas, Oklahoma. You got the 4 Pac-12 teams coming to the Big Ten. You know, where is this going to end? You know, I really believe no one knows, and so. I grew up, I'm a very traditionalist in the great game of football, and the Pac-12 was always one of the strongest conferences out there. You know, ironically, last year there were many arguments the Pac-12 was the strongest college conference in college football. You think of the legendary players, coaches, national championships, Heisman Trophy winners that came out of that area. And then now you have Oregon, you know, get on a plane for, you know, long trips now.
Yeah.
I understand it's 2,300 miles is the average trip. So the wear and tear is going to be real, but as far as the fan, as far as the Big Ten Conference, as far as the way college football is going, is a great ad for the Big Ten.
It's kind of interesting, too, Urban, because, you know, the game that we're going to listen to here is against Washington, and there's always been this connection between Big Ten programs and Pac-10 programs of the past in the big games, right, in the traditional Rose Bowl. And you're going to be seeing more of these teams, and we've got plenty of broadcasts throughout the next 8 weeks to listen to. And it's just, it's unique in that way. And I know you being a traditionalist, everything else that's going around, they're trying to diminish the Rose Bowl. And as college football fans and just people that, you know, take care of the sport, you want to do whatever you can to make sure that the Rose Bowl always has that esteem and always is one of the great games that you can play in.
Yeah, ironically, I've coached in many big-time bowl games, but I grew up in the 70s and watching Archie Griffin playing the Rose Bowl and Woody Hayes and, you know, also the Wolverines with Bo Schembechler going out there to play the great USC and UCLA and some of the great, incredible games in that iconic stadium. And to think I never got to coach in that game. I was in the Fiesta Bowl several times, the Orange Bowl several times, even the Sugar Bowl a couple times, but when we got that bid to play in the Rose Bowl, and it was my final game as a Buckeye coach, I mean, first of all, we had to win the darn thing. Second of all, just to stand on that field and watch the sunset over the mountains and the beautiful weather and the great fans, it was a dream come true.
Urban, as you've been out of coaching here, what is the number one thing you miss, and what is the thing that you miss the least?
Yeah, I miss winning. I miss that locker room after a big win. I miss the staff meetings leading up to a big game. You know, I actually dream about that. Still wake up and, you know, that was my happy place, man. Is when you're getting ready to go play for a national title, getting ready to play for a Rose Bowl, and getting that team ready to go. And you know, you have 10 assistant coaches and that whole staff and their trainers, equipment guys, strength staff, getting everybody ready. I really miss that. What I don't miss is the time. You know, there's no chance I'd go back. I mean, I didn't even realize, you know, I never really took a day off, Tim.
Yeah.
You know, my wife, we'd go places, but I was never off. I worked at least 50% of the time recruiting, practice schedules, whatever it may be. So I never took a day off. And what I found out, pretty nice life out there.
Man, it is, right? And you're telling us not one day could you ever turn your mind off from it. Not once. Like in late June or whenever, even when recruiting dies down, or like it never dies down, right? But you could never do that in your years as a coach.
Well, Tim, I was an extremist, you know, and I'm not proud of that. I was one of those people that I just couldn't. That's why I knew I had a shelf life. 55 was always my target to, you know, try to do something else and let my family enjoy their lives too, because you don't realize the wear and tear that happens to them as well. And Ohio State, you know, I worked at 2 and 4, Bowling Green, Utah, Florida, and Ohio State. And, you know, I think to be successful, to be successful, first of all, you have to have a description of what successful is. but to be successful at those places, I don't know any other way.
I guess it's fitting. I just was listening to a clip on, I think it was December 4th, leading up to the bowl game, when you announced that was going to be the last game. And you started off the press conference kind of joking that it was your grandson Troy's second birthday. And my how time flies, right? I'm sure you've loved a lot of time with him and the rest of your family, but that's kind of how you kicked off that press conference, which is a little bit of what you're saying to me, what's good about being out, which I would tend to agree with. That's got to be one of the best parts about being away.
You know, God's gift, those grandchildren, it's like a second coming. You know, because when you have your own children, everything is going at warp speed and to watch my daughter, and now my other daughter, Gigi, has one and one on the way, and then Nate has one on the way. So it's like a second coming to relive your, parenting, even though I'm a grandparent, but we are so involved with these kiddos, and they're actually, as we speak, they're flying down to Sarasota right now to spend a week with us. So, yeah, it's God's gift.
That's great. That is great. We've got head coach Urban Meyer with us. It's outstanding. And, one of the things that, I always kind of stopped and had to listen to it a little bit more carefully when people would say, that you maybe wanted to get out because of the way the game has been changing, because of all the different things that are affecting college football. We talked about realignment, NIL. There's so many things, recruiting. But, Urban, for you to have the success that you had, one of the top win percentages all time, it's not disputed. That's a fact. One of the most successful college football coaches ever. You had to have adaptability throughout your entire career. That's the trait of any successful coach. So I'm sure you would have adapted to everything else that's going on now. Does that bother you when you hear those things?
Well, first of all, I don't hear them because I don't listen. So the last thing I'm worried about is, someone's opinion why I got out. But no, I think all coaches adapt. I think this is extremism as far as adapting. You saw Nick Saban, talking about after, I can't remember exactly what he said, but after a bad loss, it used to be devastation, but it really wasn't anymore. It was on to the next, deal and all that. I've always been a proponent of NIL. I've always been a proponent of players being able to, it was silly for the NCAA for so many years, and they're paying a heck of a price now for it, to not allow players, it's United States of America, to earn money. However, that's not what's become of it. What's become of it is these things called collectives where they just get wads of money from donors and distribute it, But I'm a big fan of everybody should have a right to earn a living and make money off their name.
All right, that is part of the discussion with Urban Meyer for our episode of Buckeye Replay coming up on Saturday at 1 as we'll listen to their Rose Bowl win over Washington, his last game. Tyvis, I saw you laughing and smiling a number of times during that, so we'll react to that. And I also got him to speak about you. What did he say? Stick around and find out. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
When that alarm clock goes off, Morning Juice comes on. The perfect way to dominate your day or just lay around the house. Morning Juice.
Weekdays at 6.
The Fan.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. So give your friends something to look at and make this a summer to share and save with a capable Kia SUV like the Sorento, Sportage, Seltos, or Telluride, or a powerful sedan like the fun-to-drive Forte, each backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. And for a limited time, get 1.9% APR for 48 months for well-qualified buyers and $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged 2024 Sportage and Sorento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Financing for 24 to 48 months from Kia Finance, subject to credit approval for purchase of a new 2024 Sportage or Sorento. Excludes hybrids and PHEVs. $21.65 per month per $1,000 financed at 48 months. $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged models must be applied as down payment. Must take delivery by 7/8/24. Limited inventory. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for details.
We go to war for you. Hi, I'm attorney Robert Scherger of Scherger Schnarr Trial Attorneys. When it comes to accidents and injuries, we're here to fight for you. Get a free consultation today and know your rights. Results matter to us because we go to war for your family. Call us now, 877-WAR-FOR-YOU, or visit warforyou.com. That's 877-WAR-FOR-YOU, or visit warforyou.com.
War for you, warforyou.com.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Keep your house or deck clean with Mold Armor products. Featuring built-in microban technology for enhanced cleaning power. Tackle your decking, siding, driveway, or any surface with ease. Mold Armor House Wash cleans mildew, mold, and algae stains. Plus, it's easy to use. Just spray and rinse off. Save big on cleaning products at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers according to J.D. Power. For more information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards. The Buckeyes are starting fall camp and we're tagging along. The Fan is broadcasting live August 1st through the 4th at Ohio State football practice. Morning juice and Bishop and Friends Thursday and Friday, plus live weekend programming. Let's go.
When you have to stop but don't really want to, stop at BP. Because BP has everything you need to keep it going. Fuel to keep the adventures going. The BP Me app to keep the savings and the commutes going. Snacks and drinks to keep the crew going. And the BP Me Rewards Visa to keep the rewards going and going and going. A stop at BP isn't a stop at all. Keep it going.
Now at White Castle, you can get 12 chicken rings for just $3.99. Tender on the inside, crispy on the outside. Choose from classic, Hidden Valley Ranch, or new smoky barbecue. White Castle. Follow your crave. Limited time only at participating castles. Tax not included.
You know when you said come over for the fight? We thought you meant your house.
You guys want another round of Bud Lights?
Service is better here. And so is the beer.
Bud Light is back as the official beer sponsor of UFC. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing Optimized IT, the managed services division of Modern Office Methods. With our cutting-edge managed IT services, we ensure your business always stays ahead of the curve, keeping you one step ahead of your competition. We bring proven management strategies to the table to support your current IT team, as well as provide insight on how to maximize efficiency, helping you achieve your goals faster. Concerned about security? Our backup solutions help guarantee your data is protected around the clock, giving you peace of mind. Start at OptimizedIT.net for your free IT assessment. Stay ahead, stay secure, and stay optimized.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The show where we pay people extra to host with Timmy Hall. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Tyvis, happy Tuesday. You're welcome for the cash.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Was that a nice catch up with head coach Urban Meyer, last national championship winning coach here at Ohio State?
Yeah, I love the fact that you asked him about would he ever get back into coaching.
I didn't ask him that.
Well, he kind of gave you that.
Yeah, I said, what do you miss the most and what do you miss the least? And he gave good stuff on both of those.
He's done. He sees where college football is, and he's done.
Well, I asked him that, too, about the adaptability part, and you heard his response there, and he's my point was that I think Urban would have been fine. You know, we saw how the run went in the NFL, right? We didn't talk about that, but I think he would have been completely fine. Like Nick Saban was still fine coaching in college.
Yeah.
He was always adapting.
Until he couldn't do it no more.
Yeah, and I just think what he said, you know, is he had that target date in mind of being 55 years old, that he was pouring it out so much all the time that he said, there's no chance I'd go back, right? He said time is the thing I miss the least, is having the time. He said there's no chance I'd go back. He said, Tim, I never took a day off. We'd go places, but I was never off. And I believe him. I understand that. I believe him.
The funny part
Could never shut your mind off of it, he said.
He had everybody like that. That's why I said it's different at the Woody now. They can take vacations and go out with their family and stuff like that. Now with Urban, it was all day, every day.
You can take your vacation, but you better be thinking about Buckeye football over breakfast and over dinner and before you go to bed.
He had a great ability to lock in. I mean, it was phenomenal. It was next level stuff.
Yeah, and he said the staff meetings before big games He said, I have dreams about it. That was my happy place. That was his Happy Gilmore.
Hopefully, yeah. If they
Virginia Bennett in lingerie holding the pitchers of beer. That's Urban in the lab with his staff before a big game.
If they was winning and he knew that they was going to win this game.
That's unbelievable.
He's an interesting guy. He should be studied.
That's why he was successful.
I agree.
You've got to be you've got to be maniacal, right?
I agree with
Nick Saban is, right? More maniacal.
I'm not gonna. So quit asking.
So do you want to hear what he said about you?
Oh, Lord. I can only imagine.
What do you think he would say was your big moment?
He would say, knowing him, he would say the national championship game stopping the guy on the 1-yard line.
Think so?
That's my guess. I have no idea.
We'll see. I'll play the part where I kind of tee him up for this. So here's Urban Meyer on Tyvis. I'm also supposed to tell you my usual partner in the evenings, Tyvis Powell, sends his love and thanks you for all those years of great coaching. And he tells us many, many good stories about you. They're all good, I promise. Entertaining stories.
Oh, yeah. Tyvis was one of those grinders, and to see him be, first of all, the legendary play of his many was stepping in front of Devin Gardner's pass with 3 seconds left in the big house to secure a win over our hated rivals. So I love Tyvis. Tyvis is great on television, great on the radio, so you guys do a hell of a job.
That's a nice compliment.
He's we should.
What do you think about that? He went with the Michigan play. I thought you would have gotten that with him being the Mr. 7-0 against Michigan.
I mean, it was that was like the first big play that I made. That's and it's.
Why are you poo-pooing your interception against the Wolverines?
How am I poo-pooing it? I
don't know. You just seem like it almost seems like it's not that big of a deal.
It's a good play.
That's right. What are you doing?
Because that was a play. That was a play that, again, I highly encourage young athletes to just watch tape, because if you watch tape and watch film, you'll be just ready for whatever. You'll go into that game and laugh because you know what's about to happen. And you know who taught me that? Ray Lewis. That play right there is just everybody knew to play. Like that was, it wasn't like I did anything athletically to do something That's how I look at it. That's why, to me, it was just a routine play.
I don't even think you deserve this right now, but I'm going to play it for you anyway.
In the shotgun, Devin Gardner with the ball. Gardner back to throw. Looks, fires, and that ball is intercepted. It gets picked off. Tyvis Powell comes up with it to pick it off as Powell stepped in front of the intended receiver, Drew Dillio.
That's it.
And Powell, who recovered a fumble, picks off the 2-point try, much like Brian Roll did against Navy. And Ohio State's lead is 1 point, 42-41.
Got the Brian Roll drop. That is priceless. Every time I hear that, the way they say intercepted at the same exact time.
Tyvis, did you force that fumble that you recovered on that?
No,
okay.
I think Ryan Shazier did.
That's all right. Still counts.
Yeah, I seen it and I was looking at it and I'm like, it's out. Is that the football? The funny part about it is after I recovered it, one of they linemen we was fighting for the ball. He got me in the air. He's standing on 2 feet. I'm laying on the ground. He got me in the air and he snatches the ball out of my hand and it rips out. But at that point I was already down, so that's why they gave.
That's why you just give him the point, the arm point.
Snatch that ball.
Our ball going that way.
Oh man. One more time.
Good time. In the shotgun, Devin Gardner with the ball. Gardner back to throw. Looks, fires, and that ball is intercepted. It gets picked off. Tyvis Powell comes up with it to pick it off as Powell stepped in front of the intended receiver, Drew Dillio.
Perfect. Just perfect.
He's just a jag. That guy's just a jag. It's a jag. Bonafide jag.
Talking about yourself?
Yeah, that guy's just a jag.
Give me a break. What are you doing right now?
It's a jag.
Why are you trying to downplay? You get to sit here and listen to an iconic moment in Buckeye football history, and that was you It was you.
He's just a jag.
Just a guy,
Just
right?
a guy. Anybody could have did that.
Gotta have
Especially if you knew what was coming, you definitely could have did that.
What do you lay back and dream about? Urban dreams about being in the lab, being in the staff meetings before a big game. What do you dream about when you dream football?
That's funny because I actually have a dream about football probably once a month.
Tell me.
It's all about me just getting back on the field and getting that one thing that I never got, that pick six.
Touchdown.
Pick six. Mm-hmm.
What is the dream like?
Well, it's a clutch moment, obviously. Tie game, under 2 minutes. Rush, they're driving down the field.
Yeah.
And boom, they throw the ball, and I just jumped the route at safety.
Quick out.
Just jumped the route, and it's one of those ones where you catch it in stride, and you just know you out of there. And I throw the deuces. I throw the deuces to the quarterback, but I'm running up their sideline. So I look at their sideline the whole way as I'm running to the end zone. Like I look at everybody on their sideline, like not even looking at the end zone.
And then Mike Tomlin trips you.
That's my dream. Look at just bug their whole sideline as I'm running up the field and just smiling at them.
It's beautiful. That's my wish.
That's it. Then I get in the end zone and I punt the ball out the stadium.
That's a lovely dream.
I know. That's it. I'm only going to see it in my dream.
Where are you playing?
Where would I? What's a legendary place?
Playing the Packers on the road?
Yeah, Lambeau Field.
Is that okay? This will be in the next dream.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kind of get a little bit more detailed. We'll get an update, download an update.
Probably put it in like the wintertime, deep, like end of December-ish game like that, where it's a little cold. You can see the breath. When you breathe, you can see your breath coming out and stuff like that.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
I would do a Lambeau leap, but they push you off, so.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. My athletic career was, so bad. Didn't even make it to any kind of collegiate level, barely a high school level. When I would dream college basketball dreams. I would be having a snippet in one shining moment, but I would be the agony of defeat guy. But that's okay. That's okay. I could live with it because in my heart,
still counts.
I knew I was there and I knew I gave it my all. Like my dreams would be something close to what our guy Joey Lane actually lived out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like walk on, end of bench guy, but on the team. On the team. Get the gear, get the uniform, in the history books. And I'm at a place like Weber State where I went to school for a year. So like a mid-major kind of guy. We make the tournament as a 14 or 15 seed. We play hard. We're in a single-digit game.
So Joey Lane
I miss a shot that goes in and out, and I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like laying on the court. No way. But he had 19 points in the game. He was 7 for 14 shooting, hit 4 3-pointers. He was one of their best players.
How'd you guys lose?
Just not enough. Just not enough.
Not tonight.
Because we're playing the Big Ten champs. We're playing Michigan State. It's tough. Tough deal. All right, the best with the Buckeyes on the social fronts. Looking at some tags. Next, it's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Death, taxes, and beating Michigan every damn year. This is your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Attention Columbus. Town Properties just clinched the title of the largest residential property manager in Columbus, thanks to the Columbus Business Journal. With pride, we oversee 25,000 plus households in the Columbus metro area, ensuring fantastic places to call home. Whether you're on the hunt for an exceptional living space, a top-notch association management company, or a property manager for your multifamily portfolio, visit our website at town-properties.com and let us elevate your living experience. Town Properties, always managing great places to live.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safelite Bob Discount Furniture and Weber, happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center August 1st through 4th. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2024 to purchase your tickets today.
Remember how that little girl in Poltergeist was in the TV?
They're here.
Yeah? Well, she's actually dead now. It's quite sad. Anyway, watch your favorite fan shows on your TV by subscribing to us on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan. Do it now.
Did your mobile provider just increase their prices again? Switch to Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. With Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Switching to Spectrum Mobile has never been easier. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Stop dealing with price hikes from your cell phone company. Get Spectrum Mobile. Visit spectrum.com/it-pays-to-switch for full details. Offer subject to change. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
America's favorite car show returns to Columbus with a jam-packed weekend of cool cars, cool people, and good times. It's the Good Guys 26th Summit Racing National, and it's all happening July 12th through the 14th at the Ohio Expo Center. Cruise on out with your family and friends and check out over 6,000 of the country's coolest classics on display. And don't miss Good Guys CPP Autocross Racing action, Nitro Thunderfest, a huge swap meet and vendor midway, live music, family fun, and so much more. It's Ohio's biggest hot rod and party of the summer, and it's all going down July 12th through the 14th at the Ohio Expo Center. Get details at good-guys.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here from my friends at High Bank Distillery Co., located right here in Columbus, the home of the best blended whiskey in America. Support local and grab a bottle at your local liquor store right now. But they don't just make whiskey. Introducing their newest product, 614 Vodka, Ohio's house vodka. High Bank teamed up with 614 to launch your new favorite go-to, 614 Vodka. Perfect to make a drink at home or try when you're out at your favorite local restaurant. There's no taste like home with 614 Vodka. Learn more at 614vodka.com.
Hey, welcome to the IKEA Midsummer Sale. Hello. Save up to 50% on outdoor furniture and indoor essentials and have your best summer.
Oh, how about storage for my inflatable flamingos?
We've got you covered. Let's turn your space into a summer haven with space for birds.
Awesome.
Visit us in store from June 12th to July 9th or at ikea-usa.com/midsummer. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and ikea-usa.com/midsummer for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Social media can be a cesspool. Allow us to navigate the waters. #Buckeyes.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
You know, I got Urban Meyer on the mind because I talked to him today, and the entire interview is going to be here at 1 o'clock on Saturday. But I'll also give another chunk of the interview. Tyvis and I are going to be doing some other things. Tyvis will be here tomorrow with the Tito, so that's cool. I'll be with Bone from 3 to 6, and then Tyvis and I will both be filling in for the boys of Bishop and Friends because no more Laurinaitis. You and I will go there Thursday and Friday as we have some 4th of July scheduling, and we'll have some baseball here on the Fan on 4th of July afternoon. So the Buckeye Show will take one day off for that Thursday, but we'll do that. So I will hook the guys that are here possibly on Friday. You could hear the other chunk of the Urban Meyer interview that will kind of talk a little bit more about his final game at Ohio State and what that meant, because we'll be listening to the Washington Rose Bowl game in the first episode of Buckeye Replay. But sidelines, it's here. The Twitter account, the X account is at @SSN_Buckeyes. And I'm sure it just hit me because we're talking Urban Meyer things. It's a big graphic 3 Big Ten championships, 7-0 against Michigan, 82-9 overall record, 1 national championship. And the caption just says, "Don't forget."
Yeah, he's legendary. That's 7-0. Just
it's unbelievable. We're feeling that now, right?
Yeah,
we're feeling right now how unbelievable that was.
I mean, when you took it for granted for so long that
100% you did,
and now it
felt big at the time, but then you just kind of walked tall and puffed your chest out like you could never lose that game again.
Yeah, you just knew. Like there was no. I remember saying it. I remember saying it when I was in college. Like, we're not gonna lose to them. Like, I don't like for people that want to go there. I don't know why, because like you're gonna have to play us and we're not gonna lose that game. Like, there's no chance. And the fact that when you think about it,
now that's what they say.
Yeah, it's just like wow, like how things have changed. So. Yeah, that's 7-0.
No more. It ends now. Like mom and dad say, right? When the kids are getting unruly, it ends now.
You got to nip it in the bud, man. It's like as soon as you see your kid doing something bad at a young age, you got to right there. You got to nip this in the bud. It's not gonna happen. That's just
stop.
It's just not gonna
stop.
That's what I thought we was gonna do after the first one. Like you let it happen one time. All right, let's just nip this in the bud.
Especially when you have the home game.
Yeah.
As soon as you have that next home game, it's over.
Yeah.
Your time was nice. Hope you had fun. It ends now.
Yeah. So
Tyvis, now it really does end, right?
I mean, it's back home again.
Back home again.
It's at home
in Ohio.
You got the far and wide superior team. Far and wide. So you got the coaching experience.
I don't even want to be around if something happens.
It's gonna be.
I'm doing the post game show with Beam. I don't know what's gonna happen if that thing turns.
Common Man and T-Bone would be very entertaining on Monday. Don't know what they would do, but I've filled in for Ted on that Monday show the last 2 years, and it's entertaining.
I remember vividly this last show that they did. They refused to take a commercial break. They refused to let our advertisers make their money, so Fish had to come down here. Yanked the man off the air for a segment. I was in here for a segment.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Just chilling. Just like, I think he'll be back. I think he's just getting yelled at.
I don't even want to
stop doing that.
I don't even want to fathom what will happen. Like I'm not even going to think about that type of stuff because my mind is made up that they're going to win that game.
You looking at anything over there, Tyvis?
I was looking at this thing on Twitter. First of all, I wanted to say shout out to Clark Kellogg. It's his birthday today.
Oh, all right. Yeah, good. Happy Clark Kellogg. Just a tremendous Buckeye and a super nice man. I'd love to get him on the show sometime.
I did the Notre Dame game. When I did Hang, so it was me, Clark, Chris Carter was the Buckeyes. And I can't remember who we had from Notre Dame side on the Hang call, but yeah, they were all great, man. Every time I talk to Clark, it's always been a great conversation. So really good guy, really pioneering this media thing. He does a really good job with basketball. But I was looking at Tegra Shibola.
Okay, yeah, offensive lineman.
Yeah, he's got this. They say he has this new motto this spring that says "Nobody cares," and obviously he's in the battle.
What's the context? I think I know.
Like, yeah, I think he's saying like nobody cares about no excuses or none of that. Like they want
no
results.
One cares.
Nobody cares how you feeling. Nobody cares about whatever you got going on. They want results. I think that's the mindset, and that's a great mindset to have. Obviously, he's in the battle for the right guard position, which still, to our knowledge, nobody has taken the realms of that. So that's a very open spot.
Nobody cares how tough you think or say you are.
Yeah.
Show us.
Exactly.
Show us in the game. Show us in that game in late November.
The talking, nobody cares about what you say. It's all about what you do. And like I said, I respect that. That's how you have to be in this game. I always say consistency is the number one thing in football. If you want to play for a long time, you got to be consistent in your play.
By the way, you mentioned CC, you mentioned Chris Carter. This actually came up on my feed. I didn't say anything about it, but it was just 2 days ago, June 30th. It was just him posting a nice 3.5-minute clip of his NFL career with the Vikes. Just sensational highlights, sensational stuff. One of the best to ever do it. He just said, I never took the opportunity to play in the NFL for granted. That was it. And then the highlight clip.
He's a good dude, too. I love talking to Chris. Very passionate guy about what he did as a Buckeye. Very passionate about the Buckeyes, too. Oh, wait. Love Chris.
Tyvis, good stuff, my man. We'll see you tomorrow, okay?
I'll see you. Well, I won't see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I guess I will see
Crosstalk,
you.
baby.
Yeah.
Bodeman, good stuff. Coming up next on The Fan, what is it?
A little thing called You'll See.
Have a good night.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
Hey Buckeye fans, the best new resort in the country is right here in the state of Ohio. Introducing the Grand Resort in Warren, Ohio. Whether it's family fun, an adult getaway, a conference or event, there's no place like it. It's a year-round destination with the best golf, med spa, dining, salon and spa, pools, lounges, and activities. The Grand Resort will be the best staycation you've ever had. Go to the website, thegrandresort.com, or call 330-856-1900. The Grand Resort in Warren, Ohio. We're waiting for you.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Did the pandemic eliminate quality customer service? Well, many places it did, but not here at Heartland Bank. Imagine getting top quality service and good advice as well to help you down life's road. It's community banking, and it's alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Had a devastating knee injury, tore my ACL, tore my PCL, shredded my medial meniscus, and had an initial surgery. That really didn't hold. Had another follow-up surgery around 8 years later. That didn't work, and I didn't want to undergo another surgical procedure.
Enough with the surgeries. They didn't ease the pain, and recovery was brutal. Carmen heard about another treatment for pain relief, the non-invasive regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics.
I simply figured, heck, I'm going to pick up the phone and call QC Kinetics, and since I've been treated, my quality of life has dramatically gotten better, and I can't thank QC Kinetics enough.
These are the nation's leaders in regenerative medicine. QC Kinetics uses the body's own healing components to help provide relief and functionality.
10 months ago, I had difficulty walking up and down a flight of steps. Now I can do just about anything I desire. I'm back to the old me.
If you have joint pain, before you consider surgery, call QC Kinetics. The consultation is free.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.